Expect call the ready.
We live in a time where we question our frame. When they ask us what our rights are, they say, yeah, don't need them. What a mistake that is to say. We live in a land we ought to be free. It's not seeming that's how it is shaping to be. The Constitution is supposed to guide us. Our government is taking it away and trying to deprive us. Our kids are taken every day by CPS agents looking for prey. They don't give a damn about the Constitution. We have found the one and only solution. There's a couple of people you should know. Tiff and the Punisher is their show. They want to stop CPS from stealing our kids, fighting beside us and trying to guide us. Tiff has a heart of gold. She blasts these caseworkers when they are wrong. She beats them down with her knowledge, better than the kids who are in college. The Punisher is abolished all the way. He's been here for years, they took his daughter away. He came from the darkness he was in. Now it's time to make parenting great again.
Together, they making a commotion, telling all the parents use the Constitution potion. You have rights, did you know? Learn to use them on Tiff and Punisher show.
We all admit the times are hard. No little children in the front yard. Tiff and Punisher are fighting so hard. They are waging war, on their side is God. They don't stop if they get in trouble. They are fighting for the children, double trouble. The strength they need, they get from each other. They have each other's back like sister and brother.
They are Tiff and the Punisher, saving the families from corruption. They want you to join their movement, no repercussion. You need to learn the thing called the Constitution. Inside that document is our solution.
CPS, we have your number. We are coming for you, hear our thunder. Your fate is sealed, have a nice day.
You won't break another family. No more trauma for kids, that's like blasphemy. Keep your thoughts to your own ideals. Soon enough you'll be clicking your heels.
Because you need to go to jail. All of us fathers will be chugging down an ale. The mothers will squeeze their young ones tight as CPS workers are locked down for the night.
They had a choice they didn't make. Now they spend their days in crates and know it's wrong to kidnap. So from all of us, this is your payback.
There's a couple of people you should know. Tiff and the Punisher is their show. They want to stop CPS from stealing our kids, fighting beside us and trying to guide us. Tiff has a heart of gold. She blasts these caseworkers when they are wrong. She beats them down with her knowledge, better than the kids who are in college. The Punisher is abolished all the way. He's been here for years, they took his daughter away. He came from the darkness he was in. Now it's time to make parenting great again.
Together, they making a commotion, telling all the parents use the Constitution potion. You have rights, did you know? Learn to use them on Tiff and Punisher show. That's all we need to get on with this fight. The document that most people core you'll barely read in light. Pick the parts that pertain to your case, show them the results and spit in their face. We are Tiff and the Punisher, fighting together, displaying our unity with the birds of a feather. If it's a million, that's great, but one is just the same. We'll bring these kids home and know every name. We will smoke every social worker in court, their heads down with no support. The country knows CPS is doing wrong. If they don't, then play them our song. We are Tiff and the Punisher.
They are taking our kids every day. A child a minute, no one has a thing to say. For those who have been isolated, don't be worried, you have a voice today. So listen up everyone, here is the story. Child Protective Services is real. CPS is what they call it. They want our kids because it fills a lot of people's wallet. We all think it won't be us. We say when they come, we will be so tough. It all sounds good when there's no one to take them. But when they come, your voice gets to breaking. Stay calm, step away. CPS ain't taking no one today. We are educated. Stay calm, step away. CPS, you need to leave. I know the tricks up your sleeve. You can't do what you're trying to do. We've done our homework. Don't do a damn thing without a warrant. You no longer will steal our kids this way. Tiff and the Punisher have come for the calling. They are giving us the CPS warning. Their voice is loud and clear. We stop losing our kids this year. Tiff wants to fight the entire planet. She is tired of our kids being taken, god damn it. She's been fighting CPS for 30 years, bringing children home from this disgusting mess. The Punisher, CPS, and tear it down. I want all those kids picked held up by thin ties. Together we are stronger than we need. We will tear down CPS with high speed. We will do so much being together. Birds of a feather flock together. So watch out CPS, here we come. Picking you one by one. We promise to bring back the family and prosecute the caseworkers unhandily. Give us back the kids you have taken. Tiff and the Punisher sending you all on a vacation. The one with bars in the windows, and the only games you play are on Nintendos. Corruption in courts, here we come. We won't stop until it's done. You judges need to learn what you stand for. This is Tiff and the Punisher warrior, and we cry out to all of you out there. We need support for a cause that many don't care. Our children are being stolen way too often. So CPS, we plan on doing the stopping. Stopping.
Where are we?
Where you
We're
at?
here somewhere. Where are we?
Let's see, Papa.
Where the hell? You know, I tried to. I forgot that we were even doing this. I was listening to the song. I was jamming out, and then I forgot that we were even here. Here we are. We're somewhere. They were little, and now we're big, and here we are. Yeah, that's crazy. I got reading that article you just sent me. That's crazy. I can't believe that they actually wrote that. Someone's gonna
They
be
called him
fired.
out.
I guess so. Hey, little buddy. I hear my little baby shark man.
Yeah, he's in
Uh,
here.
yep. Virginia's shame when children are torn from their parents here. Nearly 3 in 4 may never go home. This is crazy. This is nuts that they even wrote that up there like that.
Well, when the J Lark report came out in 2019, I think, or it was 20. It was soon. It was back then. Anyway, it said children that are removed here in Virginia, only 40% of children go home. The other 60 are adopted out. And when I brought that to the local CPS's attention with their director, this was her excuse. Well, I don't know the state percentage, but you work for them.
Yep. Makes you just as guilty. If you don't do anything about it, then you're just as guilty as the guilty party.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
So they were supposed to move barrier crimes. They had 35 pages of barrier crimes here in Virginia. 35 pages. And like 12 of them I fall in that category, okay? um so they were supposed to remove a lot of their barrier crimes for kinship. Have they done it? No.
I don't understand why they. Well, I do understand because there's no money in kinship. They don't get anything reimbursed. I think it was the judge there in West Virginia that said that came out and said that if we don't do these things or something, we don't get the money from the federal government. Wasn't that yesterday that the one of the judges said that? I think.
I think it was
Like
a judge.
openly
He was speaking out against them.
yeah, he openly admitted that they were literally taking money uh, from the federal government for taking and adopting kids. That's crazy. That's absolutely insane that they. And you know what? Deaf ears, falling on deaf ears. You know, like you. Where's? How come people aren't jumping right now and saying, "Holy smokes, that this is what's going on"? You know,
Because it doesn't affect them. They don't care. It's not their children.
right? No, you're right. You're absolutely right about that. Um, yeah, and they got their stats right. And for Virginia children, nearly 3 out of 4, 73%, will never get to live with their parents again, at least for the remainder of their childhoods. Virginia reunifies children with their own parents at the lowest rate in the country, a rate nearly 40% lower than the national average. And I think we're going to find that all of these states are well below what an average of the national average would be, um, as far as, that going on. I mean, this thing here, I'm looking at this statistic that they put up here, and I don't know if this is just for children who exited out of home care during federal fiscal year. So I don't know if this is. I don't think this is. Maybe it is just Virginia.
Well, if you go down where it says the graphics, um, well, there's another one on here.
I'm looking at the things here. It's like, oh yeah, you can see it right there. This is what I'm looking at. So is this the adoption 50,000, death of child 427, emancipation 15? This must be national average, right? It's got to be because they don't have 184,000 kids each year in Virginia, do they?
No.
I mean, that's a damn lot of amount of kids.
It says national. If
It
you
does.
scroll down, it says national. So let me
Okay.
see what it says for Virginia.
Oh yeah, state national, right there. Oh wow.
Well, mine isn't as big as yours. I can't see it.
I always have a bigger one. Oh Lord.
But one of these that you click on
Mhm.
is actually in that one seminar that we were in. One of these graphic ones. And let me see if I can find it. Because I
So
clicked
this,
on them.
so Virginia, if you guys can't see this, it says 726 kids are adopted. 451 are emancipated. 495 over guardianship. 648 reunify. Transfer to another agency is 28. We got no runaway, no deaths, though. That's good. Really nice. But you got 16 Asians, 219 Hispanic, 604. I'm guessing B and AA are Black or African American, right? And then 1,249 white kids. Isn't it funny how these statistics, no matter what state you go for or the national average, that it stays almost 2-to-1 whites to blacks. Doesn't matter where you go. It's almost like they've made it so it stays 2-to-1, like very 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 close in all of these states. Like this is like, I mean, because you got 604 blacks, 1,249 whites, so that's 1,208. You know what I mean? So that's like they're 41 kids off from an actual 2-to-1 ratio. That's crazy. But these numbers, I'll tell you what, these numbers. You guys check this thing out. This is pretty nifty. This little chart here. The numbers are back from 2023, but still, it doesn't matter. Good piece of resource here. Let's see here.
And if you go to crap, I don't even know which one I hit.
Great, Jeff. How am I supposed to do that?
Hold on. It says 80 some percent. Click on the one that says 80 some percent. Let's see. 82%. And if you scroll down and it shows the graphics, you can click on each state and see. So let's do Virginia. Since I love that they called Virginia out. It's about damn time.
82% were in cases. That one.
Yeah, click on that and you'll see all the states. Your graphic might be bigger. Oh my God, what the hell did I do?
Good thing you're not in control of this stuff.
I'm telling you, because we would be all over the place.
No, we all over the place anyway. We all over the place anyway. All right, so what is this thing? There's this graphic say here.
Oh yeah, see, yeah, I couldn't see all that.
Oh yeah, because you're on the little thing.
Yeah, I'm on. Yeah, I don't even know where my graphic went.
So let's see. Permanency plans, living arrangement. What is this? Circumstances. Alabama, Alaska, Maine. Maine has what? It's so full of shit. 1,054. Maine. Let's see. Virginia is what? Virginia. 2,421. Wow. Right next to it. Look at West Virginia though. West Virginia doubles what you guys have. Holy no. And West Virginia is much smaller, isn't it?
Yes.
They're just trying to empty the kids out of there.
And that graphic right there that you're showing with all those red lines, that is the same graphic that the attorney used when he presented it to the federal courts. You know, as soon as I saw it, I said, "Oh my God, I know that graphic."
Oh, I gotta call Darren. That wasn't there. Wow, that's great. Wow, that's nuts. This whole thing.
And I think more teenagers that are 16 and in foster care, if they got jobs, they are already halfway there to emancipation. In Virginia, you have to meet 2 requirements. Can't live with a blood relative and you have to have a job. That's it. And they'll emancipate you here.
Can't live with a blood relative and you have to have a job.
Yep. That's
now,
it.
if you're emancipated, you get child support if you're emancipated?
Say it again.
Can you get child support if you're emancipated?
Well,
like, do you get money from the parents if you are emancipated? Or do your parents pay you a certain stipend?
No, because the courts then consider you a legal adult.
I get it. But why do they terminate your parental rights, then charge some people child support, but then they emancipate you and then they don't charge child support?
Right. It doesn't make sense. None of it makes sense.
Yep. What's up, Danielle? No, that makes zero sense. Doesn't make a damn near bit of sense. Um, why wouldn't they just emancipate children then instead of just terminating rights of parents? Right? Why wouldn't they offer that
Because they
instead
still
of
want to collect that money.
there it is? The money thing keeps coming up, right? The money
Yeah.
thing, the money thing, the money thing.
And it costs a
Just like
hundred
Danielle,
dollars here. You pay a
to
hundred
get
dollars.
emancipated.
Yep. You pay $100. You got to have a job. Can't live with a blood relative. You pay your $100. You can be emancipated. That's right, Danielle. They pick and choose what they want.
Mm-hmm. They do, and they're doing that to her. Wicked. I mean, she went and got that reunification with her son and everything finally, and then now her son's back. They told her that they would take away. Like, I don't understand how they can keep their paws in his business. I know that he has some disabilities, but I don't understand how they keep like they keep going back after him. And I mean, he's 19 now, 20. Uh, so he got out of that home. Thank God he got out of that home, and now uh, she's finding out that all kinds of things are going on in that foster home. Things that she had an idea, but not that she knew for a fact, and now she knows for a fact. So, but all this is about it's all about the money. But they're trying to keep their hands on him. We're gonna bring him back to here if they allow her to, if her her relative that has guardianship allows her to see her son, then they're gonna take him back into custody. Like how the hell?
Salt.
Yeah, I know. That's the thing. So how are they even doing that? How do they keep laying claim to all these people and these kids? Like they're starting to it's getting ridiculous. They're doing it to the elderly, they're doing it to kids that are transitioning, and the kids that they take into foster care and that are being put out on the street are coming there. 53% of them are showing up being homeless. They have no jobs, they have no skills, they have no nothing. It's just like, thank you. You just kicked their ass out onto the street. So that was great. You ripped them away from their family, their support, like at least they would have had support there because their family loved them. You would assume the majority of the cases, they didn't want this to happen. They would have supported that child, like once they got out. And instead of them doing that, nope, they take them, they put them in a foster family who has no ties to them whatsoever. They get them to 18 and their checks stop coming. So boot their ass out the door and they've got nothing. So this is a great plan. Great plan, for helping these kids that aren't even being abused or neglected. Wonderful, wonderful thinking, U.S. government.
Well, her
But at least,
son's an adult and he has rights.
mm-hmm,
And he needs, or Danielle, somebody needs to insert those rights for him if he can't. He has a right to privacy and not be bothered by the government. Period.
yeah, because no one's asking for it to happen. It's not like the people that he's living with are calling and saying we can't. You know what I mean? So it has nothing to do with anybody other than them just peeking their head in people's business. This is why everyone's like, oh, they do that. They do that if your kid's not adopted within a year, that you can go ahead and apply for your parental rights back. But you don't get your parental rights back as they were. You don't get it. You're not looked at it as the birth parent. You're looked at it as something special. But CPS stays in your life until that child turns 18. So
Oh,
when that time came along for us, I'm like, I don't even, like, it was like, do you even want to do this? Because you know damn well that CPS is just going to come back in and take that child again. That's what they're setting it up for. They're setting it up for that. That way they can come back and get them and reopen another case, get more money out of it. Like that's it.
well, look at Danielle. She said her son's about to be 20, and they're
Mhm.
still inserting themselves into her life somehow.
Yeah. And now they're going after her youngest daughter. It's
Why?
crazy. Must have good bloodlines, I guess. Yeah, the stuff that her son went through at that foster care facility was absolutely. I witnessed. She showed me a lot of the videos and stuff. Was absolutely atrocious, and that place should be shut down. Like that. That's that was probably some of the most disturbing stuff, and it wasn't even like awful, but the fact that you knew what was really going on there, and like the picture was empty of. I mean, there was some things that you saw in the video, but you could tell what was going on around the outside of it, and it was just disgusting. Like I couldn't imagine being a kid that, like here you're having a tough time at home, which he wasn't having a tough time. There was none of that. But like, let's take him to a foster care facility where people are raping each other and doing all this nasty shit. That way we can give them a new thought process in their head, and like all of this disgusting stuff that they're doing. And as long as someone, I can't even believe that people are proud to make money off of this. Like, you literally are happy to have a job, that your job is to steal children and put them in fucked up situations. So how can you even think for a minute? How could you go home and feel comfortable going to bed at night and not worry that someone's going to come and slit your damn throat while you're sleeping? Because I know how my thought process works. And I'm not saying that I would do that, or I'm not encouraging anybody to do that, but I would think that that would be a thought, across the majority of the people's heads that these people deal with. Right, wrong, or indifferent, they touched your kids, they angered you, they made you mad, they fucked with your family. So, it's like, man, what do they expect to happen? But if you go ahead and do that, then they just punish your child more. Like your child's hopes of coming back home sooner is going to be diminished when you go out and you do reciprocation of stupid stuff. Like we said, like, yeah, yeah, God, it just bothers the
Do
shit
they
out of me.
also not know that Danielle is on the grant committee?
Oh yeah, speaking of that, anyways,
Danielle, you can
Danielle,
pull their funding.
yeah, do something about this, Danielle. Christ Almighty. So I don't know if it's the fact that they're getting to the nitty gritty, they're getting to the dirty parts. Is this what's going on here? Like, are they getting to drawing for last straws of what is happening and what could be happening and all that? Or are they just trying to, like, just go out and all out bang while they can still get money, and just trying to snatch up every little delinquent that they have, and off they go? Any person that they can get inside their caseworker's car, like, you'll get a bonus, come back to the shop, you know. Throw your Dairy Queen coupon, bring in the kid, drop your kid here today.
Well, I know Virginia's in a panic because I know 5,000 social workers have been fired and 5,000 more have to go, right? Because when RFK said he was shrinking the federal part of it,
Mm-hmm.
that came out on a Wednesday. That Friday, they said Virginia is lining up with RFK's plan, and 10,000 social workers had to be cut. So I'm sure they're trying to
Ah,
grab as many kids as they can right now because 5,000 are gone and another 5,000 are going to go. Sucks to be them.
yep, sure does. Sure do. I'm trying
And
to find
all
this.
that shit down in DC, like the housing, I just saw on the news before I came on. The housing department in DC is being moved out. It's coming into Virginia. The
Oh,
FBI is being moved. Their headquarters, they're moving everything out of DC. So we'll see what happens.
we sure will. It's gonna be a doozy. Let's get it. Let's make this. You know, let's make this work. I mean, what do we have to?
Daniel said they know now.
Yeah. Oh man. Um,
Wow.
hmm. Classic mommy. Bye bye. Yep. Yep. I don't know if she's telling us bye bye or if she was saying that they're going bye bye, but um, don't let the cell door hit you. Yeah. Don't let the door hit you in the ass on the way out. That's right. Yep. That's the tail light warranty. Once the tail light's out of your view, you get nothing. Tail light warranty. Don't. It's going to be better for it to run better moving it away from DC. Oh, you know what? I heard a little thing is if you go to Google Earth and you look, there is no more Washington D.C.
Really?
Yeah, it's called Washington. No D.C. No nothing.
Well, I
There's
heard that he was trying to change it from District of Columbia to District of America.
yeah, I heard that too, but I don't understand what this what does it say? I'd love to light that fire. Come on, baby, light that fire. Let's go. Danielle's so funny. She gets so pissed. So funny how enthusiastic she is in her shows. You know. Mm.
So, Danielle, if you talk to RFK, to let him know I would love to talk to him about the corruption here in Virginia.
Mhm. Is he from that area of Virginia? No, he's not from Virginia, right? He's from up here, right? That's good. That's good. Let's see what else we got. I'm trying to get these national numbers because I want to do the math here and show everybody about the math that they lie to us all the time when they tell us the uh, reunification numbers. You know, like they're sitting there saying like, oh, we have like 12% reunification out of this, that, and the other. I'm going to show you it being a lie here in just 1 second.
Well, in that one webinar that I did, one of the lawyers already said only 12% of children get returned home across the nation. Only 12%.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, see, so those numbers are right up there. That's a child a minute. That's a child a freaking minute. That's nuts. That's absolutely nuts. Um, just uncalled for. I mean, you're only going to get, if you say there's 50,000, 50, well, Maine wasn't even that many. Um, 50,000, yeah, okay. Let me get my pen. I'm losing my numbers now. All right. Let's see.
And I
National
like
average.
the place that I got this information from, and I trust them because they're independent. But I think those numbers are too small.
I agree. I agree, Captain.
I think they're 10 times more than that in entering foster care. Well, that said 2023.
Hmm. I know a lady that was a big lobbyist, got to hang out with everyone, and he was asking a lot of questions about these CPS and removal stuff and child safety. That's cool.
Daniel, just tell him I want to talk to him. I'm talking to everybody else. I might as well talk to him.
She says the Georgia reunification has dropped 64% in 2024.
Wow.
Mm, 64%. That's a hell of a lot. That's a huge amount. Jesus Almighty.
It's
Yeah, they're
because the
saying what
states didn't
100.
all that money during COVID.
Mm, yeah, that none of us had. We didn't have to pay that back, right? Those payouts were fine, right? Like they didn't get paid back. They got none of that, right? So everything that they spent, nothing came back. He's one to get things done.
Daniel, Daniel, I'd love to see that data if you want to send it to my messenger.
Tiff's laying it on you thick.
I know, Daniel, I'm sorry. Why doesn't she just come on? Aw.
Danielle, see that this is for my helmet, for my motorcycle. Come on in, Danielle. You don't need a link. You can come in whenever you like. Um, so yeah, let's see here. We got the national average of people, children is let's see. National average children. Damn, it's hot here. Begin. All right. Approximately 3 million children in the U.S. receive an investigation or an alternate response from CPS. Okay, so let's just do this math out here. National Statistics on Child Abuse. Thank you very much. 1 in 4 girls, 1 in 13 boys in the U.S. are estimated to experience sexual abuse. Yeah. That's a lot. That's sexual things. Disgusting. Victims of abuse and neglect in the U.S. 2022. 8 kids out of every 1,000. Around the county serves some 3,000 children experience allegations of abuse providing. So in 2024, children's advocacy centers around the country served some 372,613 children experiencing allegations of abuse, providing victim advocacy and support to these children and their families. There's about 3 million children receiving investigation. So 7.5 million calls, okay?
She said, give
seven
her
and
a
a half.
minute. She's getting her computer up. She'll be on, but go ahead.
All right, so we have 7.5 million calls. Out of that 7.5 million, 3 million children received an investigation. So that's 4.5 million people that are harassed by CPS right off the rip, that have some sort of experience with them that they didn't need to have. You know, like that's just in itself is pretty messed up, that you can go and mess with 4.5 million people. You know what I mean? Like that's terrible. Let me see here. Where are we at? National Children's Alliance. That's right. Facts about child abuse. Okay. Stop grooming. Let's see how CAC's help. Where is this? This one? I think this is the one. It's got to be what I'm looking for here. Facts about child abuse.
And I sometimes when my little thing pops up about breaking news and I see that another child in foster care has been murdered or abused by the foster family, that just tears my ass up. I'm like, why didn't we put the money with the family to help the family stay together? Now this child has lost their lives because
Yeah.
CPS rather give somebody else money than put it in the family and help the family stay together. It just pisses me off. And then we got the ones that CPS won't remove because they really are being abused or neglected. And then they end up dead at the hands of their parents. So when are we going to stop letting people kill children? Really?
Let's see. This is advocacy. Our purpose is to unify and amplify a single-minded voice to help local communities provide confidence. So, where the hell is the And I'm looking, just like, this is a fact sheet, but this doesn't even tell me shit. There's no facts on this.
There's what?
It says it's a fact sheet, but there's no facts. But I'll tell you what, I'm watching a bunch of people just pour money into this thing. You seen all that money come up on the left hand side that they're pouring into this donation?
I can't see that far. All I see
It's
is
right here on the.
green, white, and black.
Hmm. Let's see. After funding cuts nonprofits for domestic violence. Let's see. To keep kids safe, the internet needs to be a bouncer at the door to improve. Geez, mental health. We must address child sexual abuse. No kidding. Um, Op-ed as the Olympics approach, we're still failing young athletes. America's. Oh my God, Kathy, I need this help too. I don't know if you're good. Congress must stop the children about to do it. So, God damn it, this isn't what I want to read. National Children's Alliance. Oh, maybe we're going to do. Alright, this up there. Chapter membership. Check that. Oh, they have a freaking affiliate partnership thing for this. You can partner up with them and put them on your website and get an X amount of dollars, and they'll get X amount of dollars. All right, where are we at here? 100 stats.
And
CPS
then if
stats.
you
Try
click
that.
on another one, it says Virginia launches 1 million incentivized to adopt or to advance state welfare reforms. I guess that's part of the committee I'm going to be on. This is the
9+
statistics
million
just
children.
here in Virginia. Kinship
Mm-hmm.
placements have increased by 13% from 13% to 21.2%. That's 1,024 children. 661 children have been placed with relatives. Nearly 44% of those children have been reunified with their children. I don't believe that.
I don't either. Those numbers are wrong. And I'm trying to find the. Do you have the national average on that? The national amount of kids that were taken from their home?
No, hold on.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see if I can get back to it. Close.
CPS.
Um,
Um, Data about Child Protective Services. Investigation reports of child missing to protect children. Continuous population survey.
my graphic is not that big. It won't even open up on my phone all the way. You should be able to find it in that. But that said, oh well, I got one. It says children that are exiting is 184094.
184094. 184094. Okay. Says it. Okay, so 184094.
094.
All right. What? What was the total? The total number of kids taken?
That's exiting. I don't know. I think the number up there is 17,582, I think. Hmm.
Jesus bless you.
They,
94, let's see.
it doesn't say how many were taken. It
That
just
was
says
weird.
how many. Mm. The highest number on here are children ages 1 to 5.
Of course, daycare, man.
I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I know that we've worked it out to where it was a child a minute.
Yeah, a little bit over that, right? Child Protective Services stats. Danielle, where you
That
at?
means an estimated 1,440 children are being ripped out of homes every 20 in a 24-hour period every day. There's 1,440 minutes in a 24-hour period.
Yeah. So that what's the number of kids that would be would taken out of there?
Well, if we do 1,440,
Mm-hmm.
that's a child a minute in a
Yeah,
24-hour period. I don't even know
yeah.
how you would figure that out.
It's easy. Let's see. Child Protection Services. So, um,
I don't know why they don't charge the foster parents or CPS together, because my whole philosophy is you're the reason the child's not in the home and you're the
mhm.
reason the child is with the foster family. So as far as I'm concerned, CPS is just as guilty as the foster family that kills a child. Period. End of story. And they better hope that I'm never called for jury duty on a CPS worker, because I'm telling you the type of person I am. I will be the jury person. I would be the whatever, the foreman. So I don't know, Darren, and I don't know where Danielle is either. She said she was going to come on.
She sure did. Uh,
So let's see if there's 14. Let me get my calculator out. 1440 times 5. Clear. 14 times 7. That's 80 children removed in a week.
2,080. So 100,080 or 10,000?
10,080
10,080.
in
Okay.
7 days. That's 312, 480. That's 312. I hate all these numbers. That's a lot of kids in a 30-day period.
Yeah, it is. And where are they putting them? Because they don't got the rooms for it.
No, that's a lot of kids. And let's take that number times 12 months.
Wow.
Oops. Equals times 12. That's almost 400,000 children a year. That's a lot of kids. Equals times 12%. Oh, equals.
Wow.
That's not right. Minus 12%. That means almost 353 children are adopted out or placed in kinship care. That's a lot of kids. Well, classy mom, if you contact me, I can help you because we're going to start training um, people to be advocates. We have a lot of the information that you can use. And what we don't have, if you have, then we'll just swap information. Um, but yeah, I speak up for a lot of parents. Um, but I'm the one that you want when they first show up. Because if I show up 9 times out of 10, I'm going to stick their feet to the fire and I'm going to make them do their job. I'm going to make them go to court and get a removal order. And it better be right. And I'm going to be the one inserting people's rights. The only question I tell people that I ask them when I advocate for them is, do you want me to advocate for you? And if they say yes, it's on like popcorn then. So, but yeah, thank you though. I appreciate that. Darren, where's Danielle?
I don't know if she's. Let me call her up here. I'm trying to figure out this math here. Um, Let me call her right now. I'll be right back. I'll BRB. BRB, here it comes.
That's why I use my phone. I don't even use my computer. Can you do what in Maine? You can advocate anywhere. An advocate is nothing but a voice for a person, for the voiceless,
Right.
actually. But I will tell you, um, you have to be passionate about what you do. Um, you have to be passionate. You just have to be. To be an advocate, like I'm an advocate against CPS. I even tell them that I advocate against CPS. Um,
Mm-hmm.
you just got to be a strong voice. You can advocate anywhere. I
Mm-hmm.
advocate all over the country because I'm a Constitution person. Oh, thank you so much.
No
Yeah.
praise, huh?
She says she goes to the family
Yeah.
courts and tells people about our shows.
Oh, nice.
Uh,
What the hell did I just do?
they don't like me at the courthouse, so I try to stay away from there. I don't want anybody's case to be retaliated against because of me. Darren, you ain't got to figure the math out right now. You can have it on Monday.
Let's see. No, I know. Monday will be there. I'll get it all and like show it up on a graph. It's disgusting though, and it really is only. Don't forget. Oh yeah, this weekend. Don't forget on the 29th, Mark Ludwig's having his
His show.
show. Yeah, for 7-8 hours or something like that.
Yeah, it's like 6 hours.
Mm-hmm. That would be exciting. You gonna be checking that out?
Yeah, I might have to find some wireless headphones to put on though, because can't hear nothing around this house.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
It's
you've been
loud.
on the phone with me before.
Yep, I know for sure for facts that is what is that is the case.
But
When
I
are we gonna
want you to
stick?
promote your book again.
Yeah, and ours is coming right out here real soon too. Okay. For update. I'm trying to see if Mark Ludwig would drop in with us real quick. What about you guys? You guys got any questions? Any comments? Anything that you need answers to that we could answer for you?
And we are putting a webinar together too, because I think it's important that we train people um, to advocate for other people, because we need to be more advocates. If we can overrun CPS with just advocates instead of lawyers,
Mm,
then we might
yeah.
be making a little bit more progress too.
Yeah, someone was just saying that the other day about the advocates are going to be the ones that are going to do this. That are like instead of the lawyers going into court and everything, the advocates are going to be the ones that come in and do the change. Like that do this. All right.
Yeah, everybody that talks to me knows it's a little loud over here. Well, I guess we can end now
Educate on
because
what
I
is
got to go put the baby to bed. He's sick.
yeah, all right, we can do that. You get educated on. All right, we can do that for sure.
Be back on Monday.
Yeah, we'll be up and popping. Um, yeah, back on Monday.
But don't forget, we have a
Back on.
meeting at 11:30 tomorrow, Darren.
Yes, we do. We certainly do. We have a meeting at 11:30 tomorrow, and I will be there. High and mighty. All right, everybody. We'll catch you all on flip side. All right. Have a good weekend.
Stand as one. Our voices rise for every tear, for every cry. Families broken, hearts undone. We're here to fight till I wander around my head feeling lost. It's been so long since I've seen you, I'm so depressed. I don't want to forget you, so I won't rest. This is my calling, this is God's test. I wonder why He chose this road for me. It's hard to think this is my destiny, but God, you's the Creator, You surely knows. So please explain the journey, let's go. You must have faith, that's all. God will not let you fall. For in the end there's a lesson, so keep the faith, keep on pressing. I think about you 100 times a day. It's no way to keep the pain away. I'm so scared of forgetting your smile, so I look at pictures of my child. It breaks my heart we lost her so young. We missed all the tender times, can't be redone. Please God, stop the pain, this is no fun. I know that God has the plan. I don't understand who I am. I do know I have the faith to pray to God from any place. Please God, make this pain end. It's a nightmare that should have never been. My faith in You is guiding my way. Excuse me, God, I have to say, give me back my baby, I'm not playing around. She's a piece of my life, I'll do anything for you now.